Welcome everyone. Okay, in this one I'm going to be giving one of my top tips for the 180 PC. Okay, and that is adding confirmations to your trades. Okay, so what I mean by that is I'm going to be showing how I use the H1 time frame. Okay, so the lower time frame for 180 PC. As you know, 180 PC can be taken on the daily or the 4 hour. But this one's more specifically set for the entries on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so I'm going to be using the daily as my higher time frame, entry time frame would be my 4 hour, and the 1 hour time frame, my lower time frame, is going to be, I'm going to use this for confirmations. Okay, so let me just go into the charts, and I've just got a blank screen here, and I'm just going to annotate what I mean by adding a confirmation. Okay, so if you've watched my support resistance video, what I really want to see is candles to close in your direction before you start taking a trade. Okay, so let's just, for example, I'm just going to annotate that if this was a phase change, like say this is a candle, okay, so candle's coming down to a level that I'm interested in taking a long off. Okay, as long as this sort of meets all your rules, or if you get like a signal by the system, say if this was this is your EMAs, and you're looking to take a buy, you're going to be getting a signal on smart charts. You have like a little signal, okay, a blue arrow. Now, what I really want to see if this was going to be my entry point, this yellow line that I'm drawing, I'm going to go down to my hour time frame, and I really want to see an hour candle close above it. Okay, I really will see it close above it. So I'm not putting the entry in, I'm just waiting to see, because if a candle doesn't close above it, then the chances are it would have triggered you into a trade but closed and you would be in drawdown. And it could be rejecting from this wick. This wick could be a resistance on your lower time frame. And if the hour rejects this level, it could reject it and then travel down to the bottom, because this bottom of this candle, and knock out your trade. It'll hit your stop loss. The ones that tend to close above on your lower time frame tend to then go in your favor, or at least give you an opportunity to manage your trade, because this is really important for your trade management. If you're waiting for a candle on your hour time frame to close, the next candle will likely, you'll see how most of these candles will have tops and bottom wicks. The next candle, when it opens, it's likely to travel down to your entry price, trigger you into the trade, and then close bullish still. Okay, something like this, and then you're on your way. Waiting for this means that you're going to have a higher success rate, and you're also going to reduce a lot of the losses. The flip side to that, though, is that means that sometimes candles won't retrace to your entry and they'll just continue, so you might have missed trades. There's always another side to confirmation. The more confirmations you have, the higher the success rate should be, but the fewer trades you might be. That a good confirmation is one that limits overall, over 100 trades. You might be reducing the amount of trades you take, but your overall percentage that you're winning is higher. Okay, so I'm going to dive into the charts and just show you this. Okay, so I'm not going to actually take any consideration into my analysis, because it's up to you how you want to take your phase changes. There's many ways to do it. I have given some suggestions, like just waiting for key levels, support, resistance, that kind of stuff. But let's have a look here. Okay, at this canvas that we have. Let's just say take these signals into account. Okay, we'll just start the left-hand side, and I'll put on a vertical line so that we know where we are. I've got my charts linked, I do, yep. I'm just going to make this line so it's not as, so it doesn't cover the wick. I'm just going to make it dashed. Okay, might just make it a bit thicker. Okay, so this, you should be seeing this vertical line over the signal. Now, I'm only interested in taking the cell when the hour count. Okay, you can see this is the 4 hour on the left hand side, and the right hand side is my 1 hour time frame. I'm going to use horizontal ray to mark where my entry point would be. Okay, so that would be my entry point. Now I'm only going to enter a trade if an hour candle closes below it. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and find that point in time. I think this is it. Is it 18 Jan? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so this would be a losing trade. It would have triggered your trade. All of these blue arrows means that it was a trade that triggered. Okay, now you can see EMAs were down. We're in a downtrend. Not looking to see if there was any support in my higher time frame or any other confluences. I'm just looking to see if I had just this filter alone, how it would either give me winning trades, stop me from getting into winning trades, or actually assist my winning trades. Okay, so you can see on the 1 hour time frame, this is where I would be entering if I just had an order in, but if I waited for the candle to close below it, this would not have been a trade I would have taken, because the hour candle didn't close. It went below, but I rejected it, and then price went the other direction. And that's what commonly happens in your losing trades on the lower time frame. Okay, so that's to say this one, it protected us. Okay, so no loss. Let's go to this next one. This one also would have been a loss because it would have come down, triggered your entry price, come back up, and then it would have hit your stop loss. So let's just move this up here, because that would have been where we're entering. You can see on the right hand side where this line is shifted, okay, 0.7701 for a sell. Now, I'll just move the vertical line over the top so you can see that it's the exact same area. Now, this would have been the entry, okay? But we didn't enter it because the candle never closed below it. It never closed below it. Then it would have gone up, and then like it closed over down here, but there's no signal anymore. There's no signal over here. So this was a no trade again. Another loss saved. Let's go to the next one. So this time it would have been, we still would have been selling. Okay, even though the EMAs are crossing. Many reasons not to take this trade, but let's just keep this, we'll just look at this filter. Okay, again, never close below, never ever close below, no trade. Now, oh, what's that? Okay, now the next one would have actually wanted to give us a long. Okay, because the EMAs had crossed over. So now we're looking at longs. EMAs are shifted. I mean, sorry, not shifted. My line has shifted. So it was going to give us a long signal, because now the smart charts is reading yellow EMA over the blue. This is a ring low. This candle, this one here, and these ones. So if you're not sure what a ring low, ring high is, to go back to my 180 phase changer where to start video. Okay, in this case, what we have over here, we have a candle closing above it, above our entry. Okay, because we're looking for longs. Candle closes above. So now once it closes above, you put your entry in where you would normally put the entry. You can leave your stop loss. Just for this video, we're going to say leave your stop loss under the, like where you normally would leave it, under the 4 hour candle. I'm going to show you later on where I've got things called sniper entries, how you can get a much tighter entry with better risk reward. But for now, we're just going to leave our stop loss here. Entry is going to be normal price. Target will be normal price. Okay. In this case, candle closed above. Next candle came down. This made a lower wick, which would have triggered your trade. and then away you go. Okay, so all good. Next one. Let's shift our line. This would be our next entry price if we were going to take this trade. I'll move the vertical line over this candle. You can see it shifts on the right hand side. Never closed above. Never closed above. So saved us again. Okay, this is very important. Now let's go to the next trade. Next trade was over here for a long. Entry price would have been here where the yellow line is going to start. Never closed above. Okay, closed above here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 12 hours later. But we're not looking for a trade then. We're looking for a trade in this sort of 4-hour window. It's only valid for this 4-hour candle. Okay, never closed above. Would have wicked into your trade. Would have come down. Wouldn't have stopped you out. Wouldn't have stopped you out because your stop loss was sort of protected under this guy, but it never would have hit your target. Okay, your target was up around here somewhere. Okay, so, and if you were in the trade, having 12 hours of drawdown is hard to manage. Okay, as traders, we need to protect our psyche. We need to stay emotionally comfortable with our trades, and being in drawdown is not comfortable. Okay, so this is, if we have a couple of losses, even if you had like an overall winning strategy, even having a couple of losses in a row really affects you. Okay, so let's move on. So far so good. Let's go next one. Down here, this would have been our entry price. Just shift it across. Okay, we're looking for yep. Okay, so in this case, candle closed below, but we really want to see price retrace in the next candle. Okay, the next candle. But this time it just sort of carried on. So this is going to happen. We are going to miss some trades because of this reason. Okay. Actually, this line is a little bit not quite accurate. So let's see if that adjusts. If I put it right on the blue dot. Yeah, the candle is really is closing right on it. Never closed below it. So this is a tricky one. If you stick to your rules, this is a no trade because you do have this level of support, this hour support, which you're wanting the candle to close below. Okay, so let's move on. Here's our next one. Okay, so we want the candle to close below this guy. Okay, let's move forward. Here it is here. This candle, this gray one, closed below. Okay, closed below because we're selling. The next candle came back up to your entry price. Now you would have been triggered into the trade. Your stop losses will just go by the default, which would be above this fractal high. And your target is down here. So this one was a good one, you know. Closed below, came back up, triggered your trade, and then you're not in drawdown hardly any of your trade. Okay, so beautiful. That's what we like. Now let's go next one. Okay, looking for a sell up here. This is our entry. Move this across. Now I'll zoom in. You can see where our entry is. Candle closed below. Next candle came back up, wicked up into your entry. Stop loss is up here. Barely in drawdown at all. Take profit. You know, you would have hit your take profit. Trade's done. You know, beautiful, awesome. Next one. Okay, this one's current as I'm speaking. Okay, this is a huge stop loss, right? This is 70-80 pips. So never take this trade. But if you're still just using this hour confirmation, do we have a candle closing below? Okay, we do actually. We do in this one, but is this a significant close? Okay, if we're actually measuring this, if it closed below, Okay, it's okay. That closing price. Oh, we can actually see up here. The low, the close is 76373, 76385. It's closed 1 pip below. So that's not really significant. It still is still closed below. But look at these little rejection wicks as well. Anyway, that's more price action reading. It closed below. If you wanted to take it, you could have if you were being super strict. But you need to have a feel for what is like a convincing close below. Regardless, your stop loss is way up here. If we started getting bullish candles printing and it was like rejecting off this level and making its way back up, then you would want to put your trade management hat on, work out if you want to close 50% of your trade. Yeah, the options are yours. Okay, so this is currently a Friday, this is 1 hour left before 1.5 hours before market closes for the week. Well, the broker closes for the week, and that would maybe be part of your rules what time of day you want to take trades. Okay, so that aside, I thought this would just be a nice little tip. This is probably my main go-to. Okay, waiting for hour confirmation, waiting for candles to close in the direction I want to take a trade. If you stick with this rule, this is going to make your results far better. So enjoy, backtest it, check it out, try it. If you want to let me know how you guys go, drop a comment in the comments, and enjoy. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.